Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here starting a new project and I've got a kind of little bit of a head start on it, so I wanted to catch you up and show you what I'm working on. This is going to be my January design team project for Tsunami Rose, and I'm using a couple of her Valentine digital kits. So I guess let me show you the digital kit first, or the digital kits. One is a calendar that I printed out in mini size, very small. So its original size is much bigger. I don't remember the size I printed this out at. It was like 50 or below, like 35 or something like that. So these are the little calendar pages. If you can see, there's 6 on here. I glued them to a piece of craft cardstock for, a vintage look. And I think they're really cute. I'm going to cut these out and use them as journaling cards. So here's some that I cut out already. I really love the vintage Valentine look of these 2 kits. So like here's a little calendar page, and what it has on here is the month and year, and then a blank. So you could actually make a calendar out of these. I just didn't want to particularly make a calendar, but I thought the pages would be fun. I was experimenting with what they look like at different sizes, so I think I tried this one first, and I thought they were so cute, and I thought, oh, what can I use these little cuties for? And I thought, well, they would be perfect little journaling cards for my journal here. So this is the kit I'm using for the journal pages, and I'm going to add more pages to this, but I just, this is where I'm at. I cut out the pages, and this is I'll have Daisy's shop linked below this video, but let me just show you the pages here, how pretty they are. They're all very vintage Valentine looking, and I did want to make a Valentine journal, so I had planned on doing this. I printed it. This one's double-sided. Some are single-sided, some are double-sided, but I printed on pink resume paper, and that I found at a thrift store. I don't know if I've ever seen that in the store. Like, I don't know. They might have it at Office Depot or somewhere. I don't really, go to that store. We get our office supplies from there, and I haven't looked for it online or anything, but it is pink resume paper, and I thought that would be pretty with this kit. And also, if I wanted to leave it blank, or if you wanted to leave it blank, if you use a colored paper like this, you don't have a white, nothing wrong with white, but if you didn't want to have a blank white page, you'd have a blank pink page, right? And I don't know if the pink, it's very light pink. Let me see my mat here, it's pink. Let me show you next to my mat. See, it's even lighter than my mat, but I think you can see that it's not white, you know what I mean? So besides the pages that I've cut out, I started on my cover, and I looked around. I kind of wanted to do a paper bag with this paper bag cover. So I looked through my paper bags, and I looked, for one that would be the same size as my pages, because I printed these first and cut them out. So I found this pinkish, almost lavender colored, here you can see better, paper bag. I think I got this in Happy Mail, this bag, and I had it in my stash here. I had saved it, and so I took some of the pages and put them here as the inside decoration. I have a piece of vintage tablecloth right here, and I added a little bookmark already. This is a light blue ribbon here, fabric ribbon. And so that's the inside so far, and I left this open, so this could be a little tuck spot right here too. So it's let's see, oh, it's open all the way through. I couldn't remember if I sewed it down the middle or not. It will be sewn when the pages are sewn in. It will be stitched there in the middle, so it will have a something that stops anything from going all the way through. But so So yeah, it will end up with a tuck spot there. So I've got my bookmark, and then I left the paper bag open, so I cut off the side that was closed on the paper bag. I cut it off, and so you're going to have a little pocket here. And then this is the front, and I put the flap in the front. This is going to be a flap, but I left that open too, so that'll be a pocket. So it'll close, I'm picturing it closing like this, the flap in and like that, instead of wrap around, but it could be a wraparound, I guess. I just might, I don't know. We'll see how bulky it is at the end, but I think I want it like this. So there it is closed. And so on the outside, I used, again, a piece of that tablecloth, a vintage lacy tablecloth. You can see it's very pretty, and I like how the color, you know, since this is a pretty colored paper bag, it shows through the tablecloth. And then I wanted to use some of my vintage in the last year. I've found, I believe, at some, I think mostly at an estate sale, but maybe some at a, and I might have even received some in Happy Meal, but I think I got them mostly at a thrift store and at a estate sale. So I found this one, and it just matched. This like went so well with the whole vintage look of this digital kit. I thought that this one was perfect, and it fit on the front here. So I decided to use this on the front, a little vintage Valentine card, and I decided to let it open like that, so you can see, like, this was a little card. It was never used. Isn't it cute? And then I just added this little bow from the same ribbon that I made the bookmark with, and it matches this blue here around the border of this card. So I put a little bow there and a little bow here with a little pink flower that I had in my stash from somewhere. I could have received it in Happy Meal because I only had one, so I probably did. But anyway, that is the cover so far. So I think it's, you know, turning out super cute so far. So today I thought I would work on it a little bit, and I wanted to show you and share with you what I'm doing. So I'm going to start, like, these might be in order, so I'm going to look and see. Like, I want to do some stenciling on a couple of these pages. So before they're sewn in, that's the perfect time to do a little stenciling. I have this is what I usually do the stenciling with, my coffee colored archival ink. It's by Ranger. I have two brushes here. These, I think this little one I got in Happy Meal. Anyway, I had bought one, and then I said I couldn't find any more, so my friend V sent me some more. That was so nice. Thank you, V. And so I've got two ready to go here, and then I thought we could go through my stencils together. This is a little pack. This one came in my jelly print kit, but it is a stencil, so I always keep it handy with my stencils. And then these are a little pack of stencils that I picked up from Amazon. And I always forget to tell you that I have my Amazon store linked below, and in case you ever want to look for anything, I try to, you know, put things in there that I've used, and also when I think of something or get something new, I try to add it. But, you know, that's, if it's not in there, ask me about it, and I will go ahead and add it if you see something that you would like to see and it's not in there. Anyway, look right here. This is a rose, and here's a rose right here. You know, this has some flowers. Here's a little envelope. I didn't show you this. A little envelope that I made from a page. So the backing is a book page. Actually, it's from my atlas page that I was using on the tags and things that I've been making. So I had this piece of atlas here. I cut out a piece and used it. It's very thick paper anyway, so this makes for a very strong envelope. But here's a piece of the calendar that I put there, and then another pieces of the pages that I had printed some of the pages out bigger because I wasn't sure what I was doing, so I was kind of experimenting with the sizes. And so, you know, I have all that here to use. I'm not, you know, I didn't throw it away if it was the wrong size, of course. I kept it to use. So this was a piece I cut out. You can see how big the heart is. And, you know that I didn't print that out in mini size like these pages. In fact, here's an example of probably where it came from. See the little heart there? And here's a bigger version. So I cut that out and used it here on the envelope, and another piece I used up here on the flap. So it makes for a cute little envelope that I'm going to be using in this journal. I have it sitting right there. It's a nice little decoration on my desk too for right now. But hey, I just found this rose. Let's don't even, waste time looking any further at the moment. We'll look for some more if we need it. But let's go ahead and do a rose on here. I like just a little stenciling, not the whole page. I mean, you can do the whole page, but sometimes just that added little touch just makes a big, impression and a big difference. So this is all I do when I do my stenciling. I've got my stencil on here where I want my rose. I just take these little brushes. These are perfect for stenciling. I rub it on and I just inked up this pad, I think. Yeah, I did, because it seemed like it was running out, so I inked it up. So I'm probably going to have a lot of ink on here. But let's see. I kind of try to make the shading not all the same, too. You know what I mean? Like start out dark and then get lighter maybe, or, different. Dark around the edges, lighter in the middle. I don't know. Usually I go dark to light. So like, let's just start down here and I'll show you what I mean. Like you can see the color in the spaces, so you can kind of gauge what you're doing. So let's make it lighter up here before we make it darker and just see what we think we might want to do. So a little darker right here maybe. And might need a little bit more ink to get it darker. See, now I'm making it darker and hopefully you might be able to see, but okay, so a little bit more here. And I think, like just darker in spots, but not all over. So I think that's going to be good. You can see how it's darker right here, up here, and then maybe it's a little darker in spots, so that causes like shading, or it looks like you actually did that on purpose and it's shading. So let me pick it up and we'll see what it looks like. There you go. It's a beautiful rose. See what I'm talking about with the shading? Isn't that pretty? So we've got a beautiful rose on that page. And this I'll save for right now. Let's just look for another page, at least one more page to do some shading on. Let's skip a couple here. And I'll kind of mark my page by lifting this up where that was. And let's see, is there another flower on here that we want to do? I don't want to do the same flower or necessarily all flowers. So actually, let's look for another design. So this is a pretty one. You can see I've used it before. There's some ink on there. Let's just look for a minute and see. See, this modern type of graphic. Here's a pretty, like, almost like a dogwood looking. I've never used that one. I wonder if I have any hearts. Let's do real quick for some hearts. This is a pretty one here. Kind of a vintagey looking one. This is more graphic, which oh, here's some hearts right here. Look at that. Huh. One I've never used before too. So let's do some hearts. Put these over to the side for a second and see if I can get this open. I didn't open it ahead of time because I didn't know what I was using. I see the flap, but I don't know which side it's on. Here it is. I got it. I think I got it. Yeah, each one came in its own little plastic envelope here. You can see. So, I really like these stencils. They're really easy, so they're thin, so they're really easy to stencil with. So this could be a whole page, or you could do it on the edge, or just in the corner. Let me get my little pad over here so I don't get ink all over my, sorry, gotta reach over here. It's all the way on the other side of my table. So I don't get ink all over my pink mat here. But it could be a whole page. I think that would be cute because this would be a good background for anything else you want to put on the page. So I'm gonna get the little hearts right to the edge here. And let's try a whole page. So I'm going to scoot this up a little bit because I kind of like need to hold on to my ink pad at the same time so it doesn't move around when I'm inking up my brush, you know what I mean, like this. I think you can probably see that. So let's go here. I might do this whole thing because one page, you know, is going to be on one side of the journal, the other, this side's going to be on the other side of the journal. So let's get a light layer going here. Do this side first. A little bit more ink. There we go. Now, let's do some shading, like darker and lighter in spots. Let's see. Let's get a little darker down here. I find the circular motion seems to work out well, going around the little spaces. Okay. And I think you can see the color. And even if some of the original color shows through, I mean, especially since I have the pink, I think that would be pretty. Let me see, I think I'm a little bit more over here. Okay. Okay, I think that might be good for this side. Okay, let's go to the other side over here. So I need to pick it up and move it. Yeah, so there we can see. That's pretty, right? I like it. Very hardy. Very hardy. Okay, so I'm just going to move it over. We have hearts all over this page, this side too. Get some ink on my brush. And if you're not comfortable with the bigger one, you can use this. This covers more area, so it's kind of easier just to, you know, use this one for me anyway. So I don't even have to really match that side because these two are going to be separated, these two pages. Oops, I just moved. Let me see if I can get it back in the right spot. Okay, I think it's okay. Oh, my little thing here is holding my ink pad still. That worked out well. Oh, I'm moving, so I'm going to stop there because I don't want to mess up my hearts. I can see that I have ink in all of the spaces, so since I've moved it twice now, let's pick it up. Yeah, that's fine. I see I can go over this right, maybe a little bit right there if I want to, and make another heart right there because it looks like a blank spot. Let's experiment. I never had that problem before, but I can just put like one heart there and cover up that little kind of empty looking spot. I'm going to get a lot of ink on here and make it kind of dark. I guess you could even make overlapping hearts if you wanted to. So, wait a minute, I got a little something here and there. Okay, get it back in the spot. Oh, it's kind of shaded too. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to try to not fill that in completely and make it a little shaded heart. See what that looks like. There we go. Okay. Yep. I like it. I think it's pretty. So that one I'm going to say is done. Put it back in our spot here. And you can kind of see how it's going to look too if you want. When it is a page. See, it'll be like you're flipping through your journal and you come to the heart page. There it is. And the flower page. So I think that's enough stenciling. I don't want to I don't usually do stenciling on every page or anything. It's just a couple pages, I wanted to have stenciling on it. So the only other thing I need to work on right now, what I might have a minute to do, is I'll show you I already cut out my journaling, 3 of my journaling cards yesterday morning. And then I ran out of time. Sorry, it's morning. And then let me move my coffee here and take a sip. Well, it's still hot. That's my chicken cup. My chicken coffee cup. Got that at a thrift store. Of course. Okay. So I'm just cutting these out. I glued them down with some art glitter glue so they'd be nice and glued down. You could stitch around something like this if you wanted to, but it's not necessary. The art glitter glue will hold it just fine. And then, let's see, these are a little uneven, so I'm going to have to, but this is the fastest way to cut, you know, if they're lined up nicely, you can just use your paper cutter instead of your scissors if you want to try to save some time. Let's see, these are slightly different here. I'm going to cut the one that's sticking out the farthest here, and then I'm going to have to cut right there. So these are ready to cut this way. Cute, right? So we'll have pockets and things in this journal too, so we can put these little drilling cards in pockets and tuck spots. We already have 2 tuck spots on the cover and the pockets in the paper bag. So that's what's kind of fun about paper bags. I like to leave that part open so you can have those pockets right there. I think that's just a fun element. Okay, so we have a little strip right there I can tidy up. Well, that one is cut nicely. And I do like this craft because it's already vintagey looking, and if you have a little something showing, it looks like it's supposed to be there, kind of, or it blends in. Like I have a little strip right there. I could cut it off, but I kind of like that, a little, almost like a little border. It's not all the way around, but I still like it for some reason. I don't know why. I think I want to leave it there. This one too has it, and I really like that. This one barely has something there, but like I said, it blends in. This one actually has something, but barely, like not even worth cutting off. So there's those. Yeah, this one has a little something there. Oh, cool. I like that. All right, so maybe I'll leave all of the extra over here and up here. This one has a little bit too much extra, but I'll leave a little extra maybe since I'm liking that. There's a piece of paper stuck in there. Little piece of paper stuck in there. So let's cut so that we have a little border. The tiniest of borders. And this side too. Let's see how we like that. It's just so tiny that you don't even know it's a border, but it's there. Yes, I like that. I'm glad I made that kind of, well, it wasn't a mistake. It's just I couldn't cut it all, you know, off at one time. So it ended up being a little border, and we discovered something that we like. That's cool. Okay. Okay. So I'm trying to cut my little borders. Gotta get it in the right spot. So, all right. Let's see. One more. See, this made a lot of little drilling cards. It was, you know, it was 12 months, but I used one on here. And I think I have another one. Yeah, I have another envelope I'm making right here. We can make this envelope. I don't know if we have time. Here's 2 more of the calendar pages. See, here's some. Let me show you. I've got everything in my little organizer basket here. Here's a page I coffee dyed, so I can cut that up or do whatever I want with it, but it's lightly coffee dyed on the back. Here's some more pages I can use. This one, I printed it and it came out, this side came out upside down, so that's why it's not in the journal. So, but I can still use this for decorating. So that's what all this is, extra stuff that I can use for decorating. I've got some of my lace, my ribbon, some extra pink scraps from the resume paper, so that's all in there. So, let's see, for the envelope on the other one, let's see, where is it? I'll show you. I just glued a piece of calendar on this side, so something like that. Get it upright first of all, and then glue it down. Get my art glitter glue going here. I just haven't used it yet today. Always has a little piece stuck on the, dried up on the top. At least mine does, it seems like. Now, will it go in the morning? Is it awake? I don't think it's awake yet. Let's wake it up. Hello, you need to wake up. Come on out of there. How do we wake it up? We poke this little pin in there in case you haven't used it and twist it around. And hello, wake up in there. That's how you wake up your art glitter glue. Okay. All right. Is it gonna? Oh, yep. See, we woke it up. All right. I like things to stay glued down, so I don't think I overdo it, but I think I use enough, you know what I mean? Enough so it stays glued. So, yeah, there's a little calendar piece there. And that's like the perfect, see, here's my envelope. It's just a piece of book page folded. And then for this side, these, see, you could use another calendar page if you know, and I don't mind the the book page showing, but I kind of just wanted to use a bigger piece and cover this side. So let's see what I have in my basket here. Let me see. I have another heart here. I could cut this up. See that? I did the same thing. I printed, and then on either side, I didn't have my settings right, and when it flipped it over, it printed wrong, upside down. I really think this is pretty. Let's see what else. Kind of like, I wish I could use this because it's big. So I'm sure I have that in a smaller version. So I could use this little heart here. I'm trying to see if I have the piece that I already cut from, that other piece from. Where is it? I don't see it. Maybe I used it up. Let me look around here real quick. Nope, I don't see it. I must have used it up. I don't know. So here is the heart. Here's a calendar. Let me put these back in my basket so I don't get confused. So this little heart I can cut to fit on here. This will fit just like the other heart. So let's see. Let's get this extra cut off of here so I can see what I'm doing, see what I have to work with. And then I'm going to probably have to stop because this video is going to cut me off, I'm sure. It might even cut me off before I get done with this envelope. So if it does, let me just say happy crafting and have a great day before we get separated. But yeah, see, this will go on here. I probably will end it without gluing this on, but I'm going to just cut this to fit here. Actually, I can glue it on and then cut it. You know, that's kind of like the best way to measure sometimes. Just go ahead and glue this down and then turn it over and cut. And then you know it's going to fit. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'll be back with some more work on this journal, and I'll see you next time. So everyone have a great day and happy crafting.